Cameras are recording.
That went over.
Okay.
Are we good? We good? Are you rocking and rolling?
Yeah, hear me now?
1, 2, 1, 2. Alright. Welcome to the Same 12 Notes podcast. My name is AJ, aka Girly Drinks Ain't Just for Girls Anymore.
DJ Slowpo back in the building. Back with my Snapple fact of the day. I'll give you that later on in the show.
Yeah. What
do you want it now?
Yeah, go.
Venus is the only planet that rotates clockwise.
Start the music again so that you can talk over the music. You go ahead and intro yourself.
Thanks. Yo, welcome to this week's episode. It's your boy Sein, aka No J Simpson. I didn't do it.
Toothpick King.
Toothpick King. Menthol at your boy.
Can we all agree that definitely has the greatest?
Yeah, I've given up on my AK.
My AK run's phenomenal.
It's been great.
No J Simpson is gonna come back, and you're gonna have a light bulb moment. About 45 minutes.
NyQuil Jordans was pretty good.
I was wasted on all of them.
Don't let these go. Don't let these bars go over your head.
Absolutely.
Like a Jordan dunk.
I'm gonna let you guys get straight into the Raptors. Cool. I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna go make a drink. I'm gonna let you talk about basketball for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back.
Sweet. Can you hit us with the highlights? And can I just say, from the deepest, most sincere part of my heart, I'm sorry for all of the bad things that I said. I know I was coming from a place of anger and frustration. Yeah, I'm real sorry. Go Raptors.
I'm just glad that this has happened. This is Raptors. Is it their first playoff win? Yeah, first ever playoff championship win
against the fucking Space Jam team.
Yeah. Like, I think in game one, when we reviewed this, no, it was before game one, I was like, yeah, I'd love Raptors to win, but I just can't see it happening. And then after game one, I was like, this has given me some hope. This has given me some hope. Yeah, and then it went a little pear-shaped. Didn't plan out as I thought it was gonna, but they got there.
They did. Like, after... shout out to Mr. Eunice, who is being our unofficial basketball correspondent off camera. He's been our true researcher. They're not paying us yet for that, AJ.
If you don't use that,
he gave us some deep, dark notes on why this Raptors win was as phenomenal as it is. I'm going to start with the Raptors fired their head coach last season. He won Coach of the Year. They then brought in a rookie coach. So imagine going into a season, firing a head coach, and bringing a head coach who was Coach of the Year, and then bringing in a new coach, new to the game, new to the rookie coach game.
What do you get fired for?
I don't know. We don't talk about a man's downfall like that.
For those that couldn't hear off mic, then AJ was asking what he got fired for.
And again, hopefully he's doing great. They then traded away one of their star players, DeRozan, walking Raptor himself. So again, they go into a season not even thinking, okay, we're going for championship ball this season. They were just like, we're surviving this season. That's how they started the season.
I don't think at the beginning of the season, I don't think anyone would have thought Raptors would have won this whole season.
No.
Not a chance.
Kawhi Leonard, it single-handedly and in a season became basketball's most loved player.
Congrats on winning MVP.
Congrats.
For people like me who know nothing about basketball, imagine Manchester United coming fresh out of nowhere.
People really hated your Manchester United analogies last season, but I'll let you continue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they really hated them.
I was just going to say, imagine Manchester United coming fresh out of nowhere and winning the Champions League. Like, that's what has basically just happened.
Again, if you hate AJ's analogy, just drop us a message.
Just let us know.
We'll try and restrict these.
I
let him speak.
I really brokenheartedly acknowledged just before we started recording that I am basically the academics of this podcast. And that really made me sad.
Oh, I've got a fun fact. Jeremy Lin played so little basketball. I think I played in the NBA Finals more than him, and he's now a
Wow.
championship player.
Wow. I saw
There's a
that.
good chance I played more Finals basketball than Jeremy Lin this year.
I saw that there was a lot of memes. There was a lot of memes about it.
Not gonna lie, I saw him wearing a Raptors jersey. I was like, oh, he's a great fan. He's been there.
I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely forgot that he played for Raptors.
I fully forgot. I was like a silent trade sometime
Drake
ago.
has had more of an import.
Yo, Drake deserves that ring.
I think we should swap them out.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna call that because we'll mention this later on. But the Drake curse is now cancelled. I have to admit it. Anyone who knows the hate from my heart that I had for the character that was Drake, I'm gonna have to cancel it.
Drake has very grew on me. The last
Top
couple of-
quality English there.
Yeah,
It was.
I couldn't get a single word out. You know what? I have to explain to people because they can't like understand what's going on. We're also watching the final game highlights as it's happening, and I'm a little bit distracted because
Yeah.
I've not actually seen the highlights
Yeah,
yet.
same.
So
Right
that is
now,
why
there's-
some of the English is not going to be very,
English.
very correct. Again, perfect example.
Raptors
Don't let that
just
one
hit
go
a
over your head.
nice 3 in the second quarter for that one as well. That was
But yeah, Drake has become one of my favorite people at the moment in sports. I think
that's such a surreal sentence.
I think he should be nominated for Sports Person of the Year.
He should be up there. BBC, give him an award. Give that damn man an award.
It's the only goddamn award he deserves.
Debatable.
And all those Grammys.
I said deserves.
Yeah, that's fair. So another thing worth mentioning again is injuries. KD, thanks to Mr. Eunice's quotes, reading verbatim, KD's injury was a big thing because he was already out for the calf injury. Came back doing that 2-step electric boogaloo shit in the
I don't
in
know.
the tunnel.
I don't know what he was thinking. He thought he was a new
He
man
was off the juice.
until he had to be carried off.
Yeah, he put his body on the line for it. He put his full body on the line. Supposedly, Achilles rupture, they were like, at worst case, he's out for the entire next season.
Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely feel like the coach was whipping him in the changing room. That's probably the worst analogy I could have used.
Yeah, real sus. Real sus.
Yeah.
Coach is in jail for doing stuff like that.
Yeah, but fuck you know. Yeah, but I just don't know what they was thinking bringing him out. I mean, he did make a massive difference.
Very
for
impactful.
for the time that he played in. Was it game 5?
Yep. Game 5. Until that Achilles said nope. Yeah, he was very impactful. Thank you, Mr. Matt Eunice. You get many shout outs because I just read your next bullet point. By the way, this is the first time I'm reading this, so allow me. Kawhi Leonard was also pretty injured when he was at Spurs last season.
Yeah.
To the point where Spurs players and fans were calling him out, saying he was wasting a player space
Oh wow!
on the team.
And
He
now-
then asked to be traded. He was like, you know what? Get me off the Spurs then. And then this is what happened. Spurs must be kicking themselves.
And
'cause-
that is MVP.
yeah, you ain't done nothing since Tony Parker. AJ's supposed to laugh there.
Haha.
That reference fully went over your head completely.
I went so far over my head. Like, even if I was an NBA player, I couldn't have reached it.
Wow.
Terrible comedy. You're welcome.
7 foot forward.
So this is too funny. Where are we up to in the game? Worth checking in?
Yeah, so we're already in the third quarter. Wow, that went quick. Looking at it though, it hasn't. I would say the final game, it wasn't completely one-sided. It's
It's swung back and forth quite a lot so far. I know there's currently.
there's quite a lot.
Looks like I'm waiting for him to hit this. Boom, that was nice. There's now 3 points in it in the third, but that's nothing. So one thing that Mr. Eunice wanted to add for this week's correspondence is what happens now, leading up into the next season, when Kawhi never thought he was going to win a championship. The rest of the NBA never thought Kawhi was going to win a championship. Golden State didn't think they were going to lose in a playoff final to
Yeah.
Toronto, team that's never been there before. So KD injured for a long time. Is he going to stay at Golden State, who will probably want to fill the space so they don't get into a bad position next season with someone who's going to play? But who can they fill?
So what's going to happen with that?
Rumor mill, KD goes and builds a new team elsewhere in 2 years. Takes a year to recover, goes elsewhere.
To be honest,
build a
if
team.
he's going to be out for a full season, I can see Golden State doing that.
Yeah.
Because coming off the back of this next season, they're definitely not looking to have a repeat of this season where they don't win.
Yep.
So the only way to do that, is it the only way to do that? They still have a super team.
It's a phenomenal team, but I feel like they won't want...
They won't want an empty space.
Yeah, and it's a space as big as KD. Pause.
Who would you put in?
I have no idea. After the way people have been moving, I know I said something real wild a couple of episodes ago, and people laughed that Kawhi's going to go to some mad team. Did I say Lakers?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
I said Kawhi's going to a team like Lakers.
I have an NBA question, totally off topic, but it's an
yes.
NBA question.
Please let it be about Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson did have AIDS. He doesn't anymore. Sorry, ask me a question.
Oh, we shouldn't be laughing at that.
So,
I feel like, oh God, now that I'm thinking of my own question,
go on.
what happened to the Ball brothers? Oh, well, Lonzo.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a great question.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you brought that up.
Clap it up for AJ.
Let's get the applause on that one.
Give yourself a
Yellow
round
button.
of applause.
Yes.
I am proud of that question.
You said Lakers, and I remembered that, was it Lonzo? Big baller.
Well, let's just say
Lonzo went to Lakers.
Lamar Ball is looking very angry right now.
Lamar Ball's looking real angry.
I'll let you go. With
Yeah,
that.
so, like-
I'll let you go.
So
Go on.
for those who don't know,
There were three.
Everyone knows there's three.
The Balls.
Just the big baller brand. You got Daddy Ball, who's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, he's getting himself in trouble saying suspect things to...
And was it the beginning of this season or last season? Lonzo got drafted to the Lakers.
Last season.
Last season?
Yeah.
Lonzo gets drafted to the Lakers. I've not heard a peep out of a single member of the Ball family since that happened.
Oh yeah, because he's done awful.
Yeah, he went to the Lakers, did pretty bad. He dunked on like one person, which was like, yeah, look at my career. And then he continued to be dunked on for the season. And then, obviously, it's the LeBron show. Obviously. Lakers are... Obviously, It's a LeBron show. You can do spinning back,
yeah, I forgot about Bron.
360 spin dunk. You can do some mad shit, and it's the LeBron show. He just has to do a 2-step dunk, and it's his show after it. By the way, what the fuck happened to Clay? Highlights. Clay just fell real funny on his ankle, and everyone's angry. I did not see this. What happened? Wow, he got carried off.
So the Triple B died, is what we're saying.
So he's injured.
No, not.
I'm reading the notes.
No,
I'm
not
going to
Clay.
go back to that.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to talk about it. Klay Thompson is injured, interestingly, but he played phenomenal this entire series. Klay Thompson's going to hit maximum paychecks next year. He's going to be the guy we're going to start seeing on NBA adverts. Everyone's going to know who Klay Thompson is. AJ, you're going to know who Klay Thompson is.
In
next season.
fairness, I already know who Klay Thompson is. In my defense,
Why?
I just do.
Interesting.
Can we?
Can we play a game where we see how many players I can name?
Wait, no, we've
no,
not.
not yet.
I feel like we've not finished the LeVar Ball story.
Oh no! So I'll explain what happened to Lonzo Ball and LaMelo Ball because it's worth mentioning. So
Melo,
Lonzo
Jello,
Ball
and-
got traded away from Lakers, which is hilarious because Lakers were like, "Fuck these balls! I want a real star player who's going to give us some ball time." So many puns in there.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis gets signed to the Lakers, and Lonzo Ball was given away like some free soft mints at the end of a meal.
Did you know what the most disrespectful thing was? Was it they traded Anthony? The trade deal was Anthony Davis for 3 players.
Yeah.
For 3 players.
Jesus
Exactly.
Christ, that is
Lonzo Ball
demoralizing
was
for
the
those
soft
3
mints
players.
at the end of that 3-course meal.
But I've got something up here. and LeVar Ball has said Lonzo trade will be Lakers' worst ever move.
Worst ever. Talking to a team that for Lonzo Ball signed Anthony Davis. He was born on the same planet where they invented people like Russell Westbrook. He is not from this planet Earth, and we thank him for coming here to play Space Jam Ball. So I'm very excited for that. To add on to the Ball family trauma that's been occurring, LaMelo Ball, 17 years old, decided he ain't NBA ready, and he ain't ready for US college ball either. He signed to go play for an Australian ball team to give him a year of experience before declaring eligible for the NBA.
That seems like a mature, grown-up, well-thought-out decision.
Happening with his brother.
Go to that tiny little island in the middle of the... It's not tiny, and it's not little.
It's literally the biggest
giant island all the way on the other side where Americans don't watch Australian basketball. Australian basketball is a big thing. I'm not trash-talking it. I'm just saying this whole family that's going to take over the NBA...
Yeah,
and now
one
of them's gone to New Orleans. He probably couldn't point that out on a map.
New Orleans is probably the worst place to be as well.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to visit New Orleans, but
Yeah.
said it like a local, because I'm cool.
Like he couldn't point New Orleans on a map. He doesn't know what a pelican is. His brother's gone to... And now his little brothers decide like, oh, fuck all of this. I'm going to Australia. Daddy's crazy. You're crazy. NBA thinks we're crazy. So the Ball family, great question you asked there, AJ, has had a traumatic 10 days. That's a funny one.
I don't have much else to say about the NBA.
Back to wider NBA going into next season. Because Lakers now have LeBron and a lighter team losing the ball and Anthony Davis coming in, the powerhouse that he is, Kyrie Irving, who's quietly sat on Celtics while this championships has been happening, played I don't think it was as bad as Mike says, but again, he was on a Celtics team when everyone else was everywhere else. Rumors that he's obviously going to be... I think he should move anyway, but there's rumors that he's going to either go to Lakers or Jay-Z's going to try and get him with the Nets.
Ooh.
Which Kyrie at the net... I love Kyrie Irving, one of my favorite basketball players ever. He can't play on his own yet. He's not...
Yeah, he's not...
You can't build a franchise around...
He's not that big player yet.
Kyrie Irving yet.
He's a big player, but I don't think he's the showstopper.
Exactly,
He's not the man that you just like, yeah, let's just pass to Irving.
Yeah, that's he can do it. He just needs other people with him. And that links to him potentially linking up with KD when KD comes back. And boom, you have a super team somewhere else, a new third super team, which is why there was talks of it being New York, because then it can be Nets v Lakers, New York, LA.
Okay.
Kawhi might end up at one of them. Kawhi's probably never going to go to LA, even though he is from LA, so it'll be a return home. Imagine Kawhi goes to Clippers and he builds an entire team around himself at Clippers. Please do that. I used to love the Clippers.
Okay.
Hey, JJ Redick had the sickest 3 in that season. Okay. In terms of we're now... Oh my gosh. So whistle has just been blown in the game. Raptors, 111, Golden State, 110, fourth quarter.
With 0.9 of a second.
Steve Kerr is on the court looking at them like, oh, and Kawhi has a... Oh, what a way to end for him. Kawhi jams a nice little... Ooh, this is a nice game.
Yeah, we're going to try and put if YouTube will let us, we'll put the highlights that we've been watching in the corner
Just use
somewhere.
this guy's highlights.
Yeah, this guy's
highlights.
We're going to shout out to him. We'll see if we can put a link to his stuff.
So I've just been started thinking about how many NBA players I can name. Would you like to hear my list?
Did you write them down?
Yeah.
This
is the first time he's done homework and he gave it to his damn
involved today.
I'm proud of you.
Give yourself another round of applause.
I'm proud of you. This is the first time you've done homework. You gave it to yourself.
So I've been sitting here, I've been racking my brain, I've been thinking about how many NBA players can I name? And they are as follows.
I want to see how many are retired.
No, current.
Oh, okay.
I can name a reasonable number of like former NBA players.
Okay.
LeBron,
Yep.
Steph, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Draymond Green.
Sound like you said that with a question.
Yeah. It was like looking for approval.
That was his name. It's a name that rings a bell. James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and as I mentioned before, Klay Thompson.
I'm quite impressed.
Those are all of the players I can. Oh, and Lonzo Ball
Yeah, barely.
in the NBA though.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a few more that, like, if you said their name, I'd be like, I know that person. Like Kawhi Leonard. I didn't want to write that down
Because you couldn't spell Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one can spell Kawhi Leonard.
I only know Kawhi as like a Childish Gambino song.
It's not spelled
It's
like
not
that.
the same
No.
thing. So yeah, I think I did respectably. I can name some older players too. We got MJ,
Yeah.
Shaq,
Yeah.
Big Shaq.
Shaq-tastic.
Big Shaq, Magic Johnson.
Yep.
Fun fact: Shaq lost a free throw contest to, was it a 5-year-old?
Yep. 5-year-old.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow. Go on. That's a strong.
Kareem was in an episode of Scrubs once.
Of course.
Who else? I also noticed that most of the players on my current NBA players list have Nike contracts.
So you've probably seen them in a Nike advert.
I
of
recognize
some
them
sort.
from their shoes.
Oh, we're going to
like
talk about
that.
that one day.
Westbrook's got a Nike contract. Irving, Durant, we've got Nike contracts.
Yep.
Everyone knows who Steph is, but everyone knows Steph from Steph's got an Under Armour contract.
Yeah.
Not everyone knows Steph from Under Armour. You know what I
Everyone
mean?
knows Steph from shooting 50-something threes in a game.
Everyone knows Steph for being
shooting
a
from
fucking baller.
fucking
Jamming
different-
some of them. He shot from the walkout tunnel once.
Look at it this way:
warm-up
I can name more current NBA players than I can current Premier League football players, and I can name more NBA players than I can Rugby Super League players, and I profess to be a rugby fan.
I just want to put it out there though, like anyone that's listening, if you do not agree, feel free to hit us up.
Please
and,
tell us. Say it
talk
with all
about
the
it.
energy you have.
I'm going to say it with all of my chest.
Mm-hmm.
NBA is the best sport.
Yep.
That's a
Especially,
big
It's
statement.
the best sporting organisation in the world.
yep.
That is a fairer, more thought out statement. Well done.
That's
Well done, Mr. President.
Did my Googles.
That was what I meant by it. when I said it. That was what I meant.
I'm fully with you in that.
And it does way more for hip hop culture as well.